coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. The run inside. It's Jordan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, when we're talking USC offense, it all starts with Mayava at quarterback. We get that. But, David, we also know they've got to have balance. One thing Lincoln Riley has always done, no matter where he's been coaching offense, is making sure that they can run the football as well. The Trojans always recruit well at that position. They do well through the portal, and that's not going to be any different this season. They've got to be able to tote it.
It's never any different, and they will always commit to it. And I think the quarterbacks usually get the acclaim and the fame, but the running backs, man, they're always going to find those guys. Even as a young guy, King had to step in with several injuries a year ago to tote the mail. They're going to run it. They're going to commit to it. It's a huge part of Lincoln Riley's offense and the reason that they're successful.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. That's in the tight end in motion. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. He's got it. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing game. Do more of this. It's easy. It's not hard routes. It's not things I have to read. It's matchups and what I find when my guy's better than yours and how I take advantage of it.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Bowman. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
The snap sets up to throw. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Back's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running inside. It's Davison. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Under fire. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
Really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Moore. He lets one fly deep. Upstairs to make the catch.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Davison. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Here's Moore to throw. Got it. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. Let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Throwing more. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. The run inside, and that's a live ball behind the line. Defense covering it up. Letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. They're setting up the screen. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Jordan. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. There's a crease. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads it left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. From the gun, wants to pass. hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Trojans need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they get it down short of the first down marker.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Moore. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Jordan. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Complete. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll move the wide receiver. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dante Moore quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Ducks in the hurry up. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Davison.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He'll pull it down. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Here's Moore to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Moore will throw. Rushes on him, and that ball is live in the backfield. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 3 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return.
And it's Northwestern with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program.
Breaks into the open. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to the right. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll line up to go for 2. Throwing more. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the 3rd quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the right. Just beats his man to the football. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the 1st down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heisman's.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. The Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
The performance by the offense in the first half was very ugly, and they needed to make some adjustments. Give the coaching staff some credit because they did that. This is a completely different-looking offense here on the first drive of the third quarter. They just look like they're playing with energy. They've got a fire lit under them a little bit. We've seen a few schematic tweaks as well, but they need to keep doing this because this is working.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Moore. Here comes the heat. Finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Moore to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Makes the grab in their space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Davison.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for space. It's Hill. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to pass, it's Mayava. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Takes it the other way. Goes out of bounds at the 13, and man, is this offense set up now.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Looking for room, it's Davison. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's Moore to throw. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. To make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Ready, go! The handoff as they run the counter play here. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
and they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Quarterback may change this route. Let it go. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Quick completion on the out route. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on, so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
It's complete on the right side. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw again. Working that left side now. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Quickly complete. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Fires to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
And the point after is good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. And a short run there, and that'll end it. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.